Welcome to Movie World, where we review movies, shows, and everything that we love.
Today we are going to review Avatar. There are no spoilers in this movie review, so sit back, relax, and enjoy this movie review. Brief summary of Avatar. Avatar is a sci-fi action movie released in 2009. Currently, Avatar 2 is out, and we will be reviewing that next. So Avatar was a success, and it made $2.9 billion. Highest grossing release movie in 2009. Because of the technology in the late 1990s simply wasn't good enough to cope with the demands of the director's concept, Avatar took 10 years to make. The director James Cameron had blockbuster hits like Alien and Titanic, so this movie was highly anticipated because he had such success with Titanic. The movie later went on to win 3 Oscars, and the movie was known for its CGI that had never been done before. Basically, the movie is about the world of Pandora and the Na'vi that live there. And Na'vis are like 9-foot blue human creatures. Na'vis are in touch with the universe, planets, and animals around them. Pandora holds special resources that humans seek out. So avatars were made to bond and connect with the Na'vis. And avatar bodies can be linked to the human's mind. The main character, Jake Sully, is a paralyzed marine that takes on the avatar body. He learns about Pandora and he grows a connection with the Na'vi that eventually leads him to have to make a difficult choice between fighting for what he believes in or turning his back on everything. So that's a brief summary. Let's get into the pros and cons of the movie. The first pro in this movie would be the cinematography and visual effects. The cinematography in this movie is light years ahead of its time. The CGI that was used had never been done before. When you look at the world of Pandora in this movie, it is so creative and the imagery looks so real. Using Avatar and CGI, it can really have a cartoon look. However, this movie doesn't look like a cartoon or feel like a cartoon. The avatars in this movie have some of the same characteristics as the actors and actresses playing them. I give this movie a lot of credit for its technical risks that they took. I personally feel like this movie is beyond its years, and watching the movie now, I have an appreciation for all of the special effects, CGI, and just the sheer amount of hard work it took to put this movie together back in 2009. The second pro in this movie would be the acting. The director, James, did a great job at casting the characters in this movie. Sam Worthington, who plays the main character Jake, does a great job at being a humble but yet strong personality that knows how to defend when he needs to. He's just a likable character in this movie. Notori, played by Zoe Saldana, she stole the show. She plays a caring and strong character. I couldn't imagine having that much emotion for something she had never seen before. Her emotions really came across on the screen, and you can really tell she put her all in this role. Stephen Lang, who plays the general in this movie, was the perfect bad guy. He was a believable military leader that put all his emotions aside to get the job done. There's this one scene where he's going into battle and he's drinking a cup of coffee like, no big deal, this is an average day of work. No one else could have played that role as good as he did. Last but not least, Dr. Grace, which was played by Sigourney Weaver. She did a good job at being a passionate doctor concerned that wanted to do research and learn and just take her samples. The acting in this movie was great. The director did a great job at picking the right people for the right roles. The cons of this movie, I don't have a lot of cons. I feel like this movie is just a classic 2000 action-packed sci-fi movie. The main thing that sets this movie apart is really its CGI and 3D effects. However, I have heard some concerns and cons of this movie that the storyline is not original, which I understand, but all of the hard work, special effects, imagery in this movie, one can overlook the small detail of the storyline. This movie is just a classic movie you can enjoy for the visual effects and be introduced into a new world you've never seen before. I give this movie a 10 out of 10, 100%, and people might disagree because they might feel like this movie was overrated, which I see where people are coming from because of the storyline. However, I'm giving this movie a 10 just based on the pure amount of hard work it took to put this movie together. The CGI involved, it's amazing. The imagery, it's top notch. The 3D effects, it's the blueprint of how it should be done. I believe if you re-watch this movie, you might feel different about the movie than you did 12 years ago. It is ahead of its time. It's like art imitating life. With all the technology out there today, I feel like this movie is definitely one of those sci-fi movies that tech people would really like. There's a push for the metaverse and avatars, and this movie is an example of how technology and imagination you can come up with a beautiful movie like this. This movie is definitely going to be a movie world approved movie that you should watch. This is something that you can just sit back and watch and be introduced to a new world and a classic storyline. This movie is like no other movie out there. It will fall under the classic movies like Star Wars and Jurassic Park. I hope you enjoyed the movie review. Did you like Avatar in 2009? I would say watch it again and tell me how you feel about the movie now. Thank you for supporting the channel. I would really appreciate it if you could hit that subscribe button to help the channel out. And as always, have a movie magic day and take care.